Andre Iguodala. Hello, Andre.
First of all, I'd like to apologize for interrupting.
That's all right.
No,
no.
Hour. Thank you so much.
I
for
interrupted the great speech of Kevin Durant, so our viewership count might go down a little bit because I just kind of got in the way.
I don't think so.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
Earlier, we had a game where we were asking the other players to know your teammates,
Right.
and we had Coach Brown out here, and we asked him point blank. This is very endearing. We're like, what former Warriors assistant did Andre play in college with? And he went with Alvin Gentry, and I found that absolutely shocking.
Yeah, I did. I find that shocking as well.
We go back to the tape, but you think of all the things that we've experienced here in the past couple of years, Andre, and you think of, Luke at the beginning of last season helping.
Right.
The answer was Luke. Hold down the fort, and you think of where you want this thing to go with the new cast of characters. Where do you see the Warriors looking to sort of establish a tone here in training camp in the preseason to get where we want to go toward the end of the season?
I just think we just take it one day at a time and not try to get everything in one day, or just try to find it. Try to rush the chemistry. It has to build. It's a process. We have to be delicate with it. I think it's going to be fun, though. Most importantly, we have a lot of guys who like playing basketball, a lot of talent. That's really hard to find. They have that passion for it. And hungry to succeed, hungry to win. So I'm looking forward to it. I think, the bar is set really high for us, but, it's attainable. And it's going to be an exciting year.
When you talk about all the moving parts that are going to go into this, and you've been on different teams with different combinations of players, when you talk about the chemistry, coming over time, is that just players getting to know each other on the floor or off the floor as well?
It's a little bit of both, definitely. And I think our team has done a great job of finding that on both ends. The way we interact with each other on the road, the way we interact with each other on plane rides, that's really been one of the keys to our success. And then on the court as well. But we play so much basketball now in our generations, it's not really any rest. And we're competing with all the guys from their previous teams that we pretty much know each other. And basketball talk is pretty much year-round with the gossips and the trade talks to, in the season, to the playoffs, to the finals, social media. NBA has a huge presence, so we all know each other well. Guys are following hoops hype and Real GM and all the other, sites about NBA basketball. So if we get a new teammate, we already know some things about them a little bit. We can grill them a little bit, or it's easier to transition them to the family.
See, you took the real leadership position early a couple of years ago by saying this is where I want to be, and you sort of looked at the full picture. And as we kind of see how it all comes into focus, are we living the vision right now that you had for what the team could be and what life in the Bay Area could be? I know you and Steph took part in the Players Association Tech Summit,
Yes.
and your integration into the tech world as we do an event like this, Warriors Live presented by Zoom, and sharing our message. Are you getting into this world the same way that you envisioned it would be, and what has been some of the pleasant surprises you found along that journey?
It's been great. It's definitely been. I don't know if you can really vision what our team has accomplished over the last couple of years. 2 finals appearances. Being able to win one, being able to get that amount of wins in the 3 years, let alone just the amount of wins we got last year. The streaks and. Just the fan base we've been able to grow outside of the Bay Area. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a great ride, and we're just trying to keep it going as long as possible. And then when it's done for me, keep it going for the next group to kind of take the reins and give it a dynastic feeling to it and build the culture that we want to last for a long time.
Do you have now a better appreciation for some of the great teams in the history of this league that have appeared in finals, numerous years, 5 out of 6, 6 out of 8? Do you have a greater appreciation for them now?
Honestly, I think it's the opposite for me. Like, I should appreciate what our team has done, because when we do things, I'm like, all right, whatever. If we got lucky a little bit, because I'm kind of a basketball nut, and I know how hard it is for teams to have that success over a long stretch of time. Tim Duncan did it for 20 years is amazing, and you look at some of the great teams throughout NBA history. The Celtics, the Lakers did it a couple times. The Bulls did it. The Pistons were dominant when I first got to the league, and they kind of held it down, and they were still only able to win one, and they were kind of running things from a defensive standpoint. So I know how hard it is to win at a very high level in this league for more than 2 or 3 years, because the turnover rate's becoming so much faster with trades and different things happen. So sometimes I have to look back and say, this is a great thing going on in the Bay Area.
There's a common denominator here, and you talked about it a second ago, and your will to pass on the game and as much of the love that you have for basketball, making sure that the younger guys are well equipped for what's to come. I mean, I think of the different stories that center around our guys, and Zaza sending a court to his home country of Georgia to make sure kids there played on an NBA court to be able to dream about what could come. I've always heard wonderful stories, like when you were in Philly helping some of the younger players like Roye kind of acclimate to the league.
Yes.
And you think about that the guys on this team, they're thrilling the fan base around the world, but there's a big common denominator here. You all love the game, and you're always passing it along. Even as you think of this next group of guys that are coming in here, what excites you about helping bring them along?
Well, I think you have to have a certain type of respect for the game, and part of that is the philanthropic part of the game. I can't speak today. Philanthropic, yes, because I haven't slept in 4 days. But you got to take care of the game. Philanthropic. You got to take care of the game the way the game's taking care of you. We got some really good young players. It's a rule that we don't know our rookies' names, so we just call them rooks. So I see one of the rooks over there, the big rook, and then we got the little skinny rook. They can play, and they like playing basketball. I'm looking forward to helping those guys out because they're the next crop. And, when we're playing, it feels really gratifying to hear. I played golf with Scottie Pippen yesterday, and he talked about how much he enjoyed watching us play because we played the right way. And when I'm done playing, I want to say the same thing about the next group. So it's all about taking care of the league.
You talk about playing the right way. How much fun, you mentioned about appreciating what you're doing right now with the Warriors. How much fun is it to play, with guys like Steph and Clay and Draymond, and now KD's coming over, guys that will play for each other, on any given night?
Oh, that's definitely something I look forward to every game night. Is having fun, because sometimes you get so caught in the moment. You're so intense, you kind of forget to have fun. But the way we play the game of basketball, you have to smile.
It's a joy to it.
You have to jump off the bench. Some of the shots that Steph and Clay are able to make, and now you're really going to be able to jump off the bench with some of the things that Kevin can do on the court. So it's going to be a fun year. Looking forward to jumping in the mix and having fun watching them and playing with them.
Andre, thank you so much for joining us here. We will continue the conversation as the season rolls on, and absolutely awesome stuff. Have a great season to come.
Thank you.
We're loving it.
They're going to talk about Kevin more, so tell everybody to tune back in.